Peace, everybody. I am back for Vlogmas Edition, episode 2. I'm never doing that again. So, welcome back. Today is a new day here on Vlogmas. So I remember how in the last video I said that I wanted to figure out how to do reaction videos and stuff. Well, I got all the equipment that I needed because I figured out that you actually need additional equipment to do so. And well, first of all, today we are going to do a line in Vlogmas. This is from Apple Barn. Which is a place that we went to when we were in Gatlinburg. It's like this giant barn, essentially, and they sell like all this apple flavored stuff, and they have like all these apple wines. So we got some, and we're gonna get a little bit drunk tonight. Not too much because the girl gotta work tomorrow, but enough that this should be an interesting video. I don't know how I'm about to edit this tonight, if I might even get slightly tipsy, so we'll see how this goes. Anyways, what was I talking about? Oh, so the stuff. So I found out you actually needed additional equipment for it. I feel like this probably looks inappropriate without actually seeing what I'm doing. But anyways, so I found out you actually needed additional equipment. So I got some, and hopefully when it comes in by Friday, if not sooner, we can start a video. Oh my god. Wait, I feel like this shouldn't be this hard. Oh. Okay, hold on. Wow, okay. I think I just broke a sweat. God, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, so I found all the stuff that I needed. So hopefully when it comes in Friday, we can start doing some like reaction videos or some stuff. Or, you know, just new stuff because I got new equipment and I'm going to test it out. So today we are just going to talk about random stuff while I drink wine.
2 shots of vodka.
First and foremost, it smells amazing. It smells like Christmas in a bottle. Oh, and it's good. Oh, dang, now I'm kind of sad I opened it. Anyways, so yes, so we should be getting that, and we'll do some reaction videos. Random thought. I was thinking today, it's never a good idea for me to think, but you know, life. I was thinking randomly today about just like some of the dumb stuff I used to do when I was younger. Y'all, I don't know how I survived life because I did some real questionable things and said some real questionable stuff. How do I have a job? That's the real question, because sis was struggling as a child. These were not good for me. Listen, I barely made it through college. Like, when I say barely, I mean like barely. Skin of my teeth. High school too. I was actually a really good student in middle school, which is why it surprises me so much that I struggled so hard in high school. Because when I was in middle school, like, I was on the National Honor Society. I had really good grades. Like, I had A's and B's in all of my classes. I paid attention, like I did my homework, procrastinated quite a bit, but I still did it. But like I like elementary and middle school, I was just like the perfect student. I take that back. No, I wasn't. I was a good enough student. We'll leave it there. Had some camera technical difficulties, so. But I'm back. I don't even know what I was talking about anymore. Yes, this is class number 2. Judge me if you want. It's been that type of Tuesday. Okay. Anyways, I don't know what I was talking about anymore, so we're just gonna go to another topic. And you know what? Okay, so listen, this might sound crazy, but I'm a huge fan of musicals, right? Like, I love musicals. Rent, Chicago, Hairspray, Cats, any musical you could think of, I love it. I absolutely love it. Because I feel like, you know, I deserve to have a life like a musical. So trust me. Just wait. Hear me out though. Because listen, like, how awesome would it be? You know, the moments where you just having a moment and you're like, God, this could be like a candid moment. Or like you envision, like, you just envision like people coming out, and maybe this is only me, but like there'll be times where I'm just like standing there. Like, say I'm at a line in Starbucks, I don't know. And I'm just standing there and I'm thinking of a song in my head and I'm just start like bouncing and moving. And then I will literally make an entire scene in my head where people start like getting up and dancing. And then like everybody joins in and people start singing. And then glitter and confetti comes out of nowhere. Do y'all understand? I would die if ever anything like that happened. Like flash mobs, oh my God. I was so mad because there was one time, I don't remember where I was. I don't remember what happened. But I remember that it ended up showing on the news, like right after I left. It was at like a mall or something. And it was right after I had left that place. A flash mob had happened, and when I tell y'all the amount of devastation I felt that I did not get to witness that flash mob, you would have thought like someone ran over my cat, because I was so disappointed and I was so upset. And I was like, if I had just stayed there like an hour longer, even though I had no business being there an hour longer, if I had stayed there for an hour longer, I could have been in the flash mob. I would not have known any choreography, but I still would have been out there getting it, you know, like making up my own stuff. People would have been looking at me like, are you in this? No, but I am now. For real. I want my life to be a constant flash mob in a musical. Like, I just want to pop out in songs sometimes and people are arguing with me and I'll just be like, no. Wow, okay. I'm calming down. It is a Tuesday night and honestly, like, what? You know what I'm really sad about? I didn't get to go to a pumpkin patch while pumpkin patches were still a thing, like in October. I never went. I had plans to go to the pumpkin patch, but I never ended up going because what happened? Oh, it was supposed to be like me, my niece, my best friend, her daughter, and one of our friends and her kids. But our friend couldn't get off of work in enough time, like, before it just would have been pointless to go to the pumpkin patch. Because honestly, I don't really know when those things close. Like, are they still open at night? Is that a thing? Because I feel like pumpkin patches, like, you should only go during the day. What's the purpose of going at night? right? What time do pumpkin patches close? Technically, do they ever close because it's a patch? Like, it's just open land. So really, if you wanted to, you could just go up and snatch a pumpkin and no one would know. Unless they got like guard dogs out there or something. I'm just saying. Do not go pumpkin stealing in a pumpkin patch. That was not an idea thrower. That was just me, hypothetically speaking. And, in reality, that could actually happen. Right? Because, it's not like they guard the pumpkin patch. I don't know. I'm just saying random things. Anyways, because like always, I got off subject of what I was talking about. I never got to go to a pumpkin patch. I'm really sad too because I love pumpkin patches. I never buy a pumpkin. I only buy like the treats and the apple ciders and stuff that they sell like in the market. I know you're thinking like, so what's the point of you going? It's fun. Duh. Like, who doesn't want to go to a pumpkin patch just to be like, I went to the pumpkin patch and I took pictures. And I still buy stuff, it might not be a pumpkin, but, stuff gets bought. I'm just saying. I might buy like a small little pumpkin, but I don't really have a need for big pumpkins. Like, what am I about to do with a big pumpkin? I don't like carving them because I don't like sticking my hand all in the pumpkin and pulling out all that stuff. No. Pulling out all that stuff and then, no. Small little cute pumpkins that you can place like on a desk or something for decoration. That's all I need. That's all I need. I might get like 2 because they will probably die within a week anyways. How long do pumpkins last? Honestly, my parents have a pumpkin that is still sitting on their porch, and I know for a fact my mom got that in October, and it hasn't molded yet. So, maybe it's a fake pumpkin, because it shouldn't last that long, right? It should only last like a couple weeks, but that pumpkin is strong, still standing, still orange, brightly orange. It has not faded yet. I think I'm getting tipsy. I don't know how about to edit this video. Question. So you know how there's like summer, spring, or spring, spring, I'm spitting, spring, summer, fall, and winter. Is fall like technically autumn? Or is it like spring, summer, autumn, fall, winter? Because it's 4 seasons. But like, when is autumn? Yeah, we about to look it up real quick. Because I'm curious. Oh, my phone's about to die. Go grab a charger. So we about to look it up. Because I'm curious. I want to know. I'm editing this whole part out. Oh my God. I'm literally over here. Oh my God. Y'all. This is why it's not a good idea for me to drink. I'm really over here looking up the 4 seasons and I already said them. Spring, summer, fall, and winter. And I'm really like, okay, so what's autumn? This is what I mean when I say I don't know how I made it. Like, I don't know. God. That's how you know I did terrible in school. Ooh, sis. Get your life. I can't believe I really just... Okay. That deserves a drink. Man, oh man. Y'all. Who let me graduate? That's the real question. Who let me graduate? Y'all should have kept me in high school because clearly I needed some extra schooling. Oh, I can't even sit here and lie to y'all and say that is because I'm a little bit tipsy, because it's not. Like, that was a legitimate question that was running through my head. It's been running through my head for like 4 days. I need to take a shower and go to bed. That's definitely what needs to happen. Oh my god. All right. Anyways, so it might just be best if I end this video here because I don't even know. Wow. All right. What's everybody doing for New Year's? As I continue to talk. I need plans for New Year's. Like, I initially had plans to go to California for New Year's because my sisters, I'm gonna just say my sister and her husband because the real like path as to what that person is way too long to explain. So, my sister and her husband's friend is getting married supposedly on New Year's, and they're going to California. I invited myself because I'm like, who don't want to go to California? But I wasn't planning on going to the wedding, and I was just gonna hang out with my friends in California. But sis didn't book that ticket, and the tickets now are like $900. I'm not going. If we're really being honest, I'm not going. So I might still go because honestly, like, it wouldn't be that hard to book a ticket to California, but still, it's a lot of money. And I'm just like, I know there's cheaper options, but I really don't want to stay home for New Year's. Like, I want to do something. I might go down to Louisville. I haven't been down to Louisville in a long time. I miss my little family down there. I didn't see everyone. But I feel like everyone down there has plans and stuff, and I'm just like, I don't want to go and then be, stuck by myself. Honestly, I could still have fun by myself because I've done it before in Louisville, but like it's New Year's. You want to be with your friends. You want to get drunk, do ratchet things, and maybe pass out because you're so drunk. Like, I can't do that by myself. Something might happen. I don't want that. So, I don't know. I need something to do. I need suggestions. One of my friends, Sean, was talking about going to Atlanta, but I'm like, there's nothing wrong with Atlanta. I love Atlanta, but I guess I could break it down this way. I'm not trying to go to an expensive city for New Year's. That's going to be even more expensive because it's New Year's. That's what I'm not trying to do. I am trying to go somewhere where I know I can have fun, I can turn up. I'm not trying to go somewhere where it's $200 to get into the door. That's not happening. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I ain't going nothing over $100. If I gotta pay more than $100, I'm not going. I will find somewhere else. Listen, I will walk up in Kroger, buy a bottle of wine, and have a turn up party in the Kroger parking lot rather than pay over $100 to get it somewhere. That's just not happening. So I don't know. But I need ideas. I need something to do because I'm not trying to. I don't want to be at home. I'm 27. I gotta live life. I gotta get out there. Be free. I need to end this video. honestly, this is how I know I can't. I really don't know how I used to drink and party in college because like two cups of anything nowadays will literally have me drunk. Like I 2 drinks in and I'm like on struggle. But it's like I'm hot right now. I'm sweating. I'm perspiring. Is that what it is? Perspiring. It is. My forehead is damp. Ugh, I hate that word. But it is. I don't know how I used to make it in college. Because in Louisville, like the bars and everything were open until 4 a.m. If you're thinking, how did we do that? Your question is as good as mine because I don't know. Like nowadays, when I go back to Louisville, honestly, we used to literally sleep until like 11:30. Here, we're getting ready at 11:30, or we're already there by 11:30 because places here close at 2:30. Louisville, since they didn't close until 4, we would be waking up for the night at 11:30. We would pregame until like 12:30, 1 o'clock, and then we would go to the bar because we still had like 3 hours, and we would be in there turned. Like I have no idea how we stayed out like that because now, like recently, the last time I went back to Louisville, and I was out by like 12, I think, or 12:30. Listen, 1:30 rolled around, and I was like, I'm tired. Y'all tired? No. Oh, okay, you going to get another drink? I'll sit here. Like, I was in the corner falling asleep. I don't know how. I don't know how we used to do that because I can't anymore. And I'm telling you, 2 drinks in, I'm done. I'm done for the night. I'm ready to go to bed, to go to sleep. Don't text me, don't call me, don't ask what I'm doing after this. I'm not doing nothing but having my face in that pillow to sleep. And I might snore. Like for real. Because that party until 4 o'clock, man. And then on like Derby weekend, and I think New Year's too. Derby weekend and New Year's, maybe even 4th of July. The bars stayed open until 6. I don't know whose idea that was to leave them bars open until 6 o'clock, but they do. And I don't know how, I don't know what, when, why, where, or how people do that because I can't. 6 o'clock? I'm already in a deep sleep. Like, what? Some people are waking up to go to work and we are still out partying. And they used to, I remember some of my friends, like they would stay up. They would literally go to the bars, and then they would go to like somebody's house for an after party, and they would party like the whole rest of the morning because it's not nighttime no more, it's morning. The whole rest of the morning. And then they would just stay up until like 11 o'clock. And this one restaurant used to have brunch at 11:30, and they would just stay up the whole night, go to the brunch at 11:30, and then come back home and crash. I tried it one time and I was like, no, I need to go to sleep. I don't even think I made it until the sun came up. I think the sun was still down and I was like, I'm going to bed. I'll see y'all when we're ready to go to brunch because I can't. There's another time where I don't know who told me this was a good idea. I don't know who let me do it. But we'd been drinking the whole night and I was up. I was sober by that time because it had been so long since we got back from the club. And it was like 9:30 or 10 o'clock in the morning. I was like, I'm driving home. I'm just going to make this 3-hour drive and go back home. And that's exactly what I did. I hopped in my car. I went actually because I wasn't living in Louisville anymore. I'd already moved back home. So I went back to my hotel. I checked out, got all my stuff, and then hopped in my car and drove home. That was the worst idea of my life. I pulled over like 4 times and slept on the road at little rest stops. And then Once I got home, I slept for literally like a day and a half. Everybody was texting me like, "Oh my God, did you make it home? Did you?" I made it home, but I was asleep. And I struggled. God, that was such a terrible idea. To all of my friends who let me do that, you guys are terrible. Y'all should have never let me leave. Oh, but I still love you guys. And college was a time. Oh, my battery's dying. My friend's trying. I can see it in my camera. Cause I'm hot. But anyways, college was a time. Like, for those who know what I'm thinking, you know, college was an adventure, to say the least. Like, it was fun though. If I'll put it this way: if I could go back in time and redo college, I definitely would. Oh, for sure. There's a lot of things I would not change. I would still do. But there's just as many things and people that I would go back and not do and not meet. Like, there's a good handful of people I would have preferred not to have met during my college days. If I'm really being honest. Anyways, I'm just talking nonsense at this point. So, tonight was fun. I needed that drink. I still got my bottle. We'll continue this tomorrow night because this was fun. I might have some topics to talk about tomorrow night. That way, we can make it more interesting. And since it's Wednesday, I might get a little bit more drunker. You never know. Because I mean, like, who doesn't need a drink on Wednesday? It's the middle of the week. You know you're closer to the weekend, but you also know that you still got 2 more days until the weekend. Everyone needs a drink on Wednesday. So we'll continue this tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow's Wednesday. I'm never doing this again. I lied because I just said I'm doing it tomorrow. Oh my God, okay. I'm ending this video. Bye, lovies.